Hi, I'm Anke.
And I'm Dave. We're at the end of a venture in which we brought a vessel to life, then rowed and sailed her across some remote stretches of southeast Alaska.
We really want to thank you guys for coming so far with us, and we really enjoyed showing you this beautiful country.
Anke and I are in agreement that the venture was a total success.
It's what I have dreamed of, and then some. It was so beautiful, just incredible.
And this despite the fact that we are, as you have likely noticed, rank amateurs at everything we put our hand to. From filming,
boat building,
the music.
Yes.
Even with respect to small boat sailing, we've not done a whole lot of that on this type of small boat. But this trip, we got a lot of miles under our belt and our confidence increased.
Yeah.
We learned a whole lot on this trip.
We learned a lot.
MUSTELID exceeded expectations in every test we put her to.
The boat was incredibly stable. It was really amazing.
Carried us through thick and thin.
And the right size too. It was just right for living in it and for moving around on it, and then being small enough to get into those cracks we were hoping to do.
We've known for years that the smaller the boat, the more fun, and the closer you are to everything. You're just right there. Kayak height. But there's your bed, there's your cabin, there's your fire, there's your home.
We have a lot of luxuries, which was awesome.
One of the purposes of the boat is to keep us on the water longer. So I'm 64. Most of our friends have dropped out sometime in the next 20 years, especially with engineless sailing. So our hope is that this boat would see us through those next 20 years, keeping us on the water as a forager, as a way to get around as the big boat becomes more and more sedentary.
If you wanted to go leave in the morning, you make a decision to go, well, we just pulled up the anchor and left. It was a matter of seconds, not even minutes, that we could be underway, or put the anchor down and have lunch or forget about for the day. It was so simple and it was wonderful. One thing we wanted to talk about is some things we would do differently. And the main thing is that we built it as a 3-season boat, and it was so safe, it felt so capable that we easily could make it a 4-season boat, and next time we insulate.
Originally, we didn't expect the boat to point well, or foot well. We were going to be rowing into the wind, but it turned out to be a better windward sailor than we anticipated.
Note the decent angle on the wind, even though we're only close reaching. Later, we brought the sheet across to bring the boom further inboard.
So we are considering making the midsail a shaped quadrilateral sail to give it a little more drive to windward. Although we're in a rainforest, the weather this year was especially wet and cool. We got a great start in July, and then it turned rainy.
Yeah.
But it was cool and wet for most of the time. And that was a bit of a challenge. So one of the things that really helped with that was the cabin on the boat. Having a cabin that we did not have to make up shelter. Everything was dry throughout the day. We just crawled down at the end of the day. We could drop anchor and be done with the day at any point. The rain's going to clear up and go away later in the day. It's socks in for a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But we also got some really beautiful weather in short doses, and we did a lot of our filming in those. You don't see as much of the rain because the cameras, of course, get wet.
Yep.
One of the things that the weather really influenced the trip in was we made that extra side trip up Lynn Canal very late in the year. We felt that we had to get off the outer coast by the 1st of September, as the equinoctial storms typically approach. This year was, in terms of wind and storms, very mild. It gave us the option, anyway, of going north in late September and early October up Lynn Canal, which normally would be kind of a bonehead move.
We felt it was risky, but it was a calculated risk. We've been up Lynn Canal a couple of times, so we knew places to go out and to hide.
Whenever you're on the water, you're always involved in risk management. You want to hedge your bets, but if you go risk-free, you'll never get out there.
We also had the dory behind us. We towed it. That is always a big question. Do you tow something behind you, or do you have something inflatable to get off the boat? We highly recommend to have another vessel with you, just as a plan B.
One of the things that we've always considered important in Southeast is the buddy system. We've lost a lot of friends over the years who have gone out alone and had nobody watching their back.
Well, we made it.
So it's real important to us, both as a couple and as sailing partners, to be there for one another. We found rowing to be a great metaphor for working together as a couple. It's very teamwork oriented.
It took a while to get that rhythm together.
Yeah, there's the obligatory few days of bickering and learning to coordinate, and then it's magical.
Yeah,
it just is really something to be working together physically as one.
For many hours a day is
hours and hours, and working out how we're going to do it.
Yeah. What was easier was living in the cabin together. I think that was because we already have been living in small boats forever.
Yeah. And we're often asked how we do it. Well, it's not much of a secret. I think you just have to accommodate our own individuality. Yes, our quirks. Exactly. So we just want to leave you with the thought that we're a couple of bumblers. We are inefficient, we are slow, we are moderately skilled and moderately unskilled. If we can do it, you can do it.
You just have to start. Just do it.